Hi, welcome to the Brief Book Reviews channel, otherwise known as An Old Guy Reviews the Book that he's read this week. So what's the old guy read this week? Well, the book I've read this week is called Past Lying by author Val McDermid. Helpfully tells us on the front, it's a Karen Pirie thriller. It was released as a hardback here in the UK on the 12th of October 2023, published by Sphere, Typeset Meridian, and it's the seventh adventure for DCI Karen Pirie. So what's this one all about, I hear you say? Well, this one is set at a very strange time. It's set during lockdown and when the coronavirus pandemic started in the UK. This starts in April 2020, and we find Karen Pirie under lockdown. She's staying at her boyfriend Hamish's luxurious flat in Edinburgh, which she's sharing with her DS, Detective Sergeant Daisy Mortimer. The rules at the time were that you could have a bubble, if you will, of people in your household, that you could work together and you wouldn't need the 2-metre distance COVID restrictions. Hamish, her boyfriend, has had to close his set of coffee shops because they were closed due to COVID lockdown. And he's off to the Highlands, where he's got a still that he's managed to fabricate a business making hand sanitizers and face masks. So Karen and Daisy are staying in Hamish's flat during lockdown and trying to make the best of a bad job. It's quite a big flat, they're getting on okay. The other member of Karen's team, Jason the Mint Murray, is also in his flat. He's living with his girlfriend Ellie, and he's working from home as well. Not a lot going on until Jason gets a call from his contact at the National Library. Now, Karen is head of the Historical Cases Unit. They don't call it the Cold Cases Unit because they consider all the cases live. And they have a lot of dealings with the National Library because obviously they have to do research on historical events. So Jason's contact, Mira Reddy at the National Library, says to him, "This may or may not be something that you're interested in, but I'm slightly intrigued by something we've found in some of the manuscripts we've been handed." And it turns out that the National Library handle manuscripts of famous authors in case people want to do studies of them in the future. And they've had the effects of an author that's passed away, a lad called Jake Steen. Jake Steen, one of the Tartan Noir movement, a very popular and famous author. And whilst archiving Jake Steen's effects, they found what appears to be the manuscript, the start of a novel that he was writing. And the novel's called The Vanishing of Laurel Oliver. The intriguing fact is that this novel appears to be very close to the truth. And there was a case in Edinburgh a year ago, a real-life case, where a lady called Laura Hardy, who was studying English at Edinburgh University, just disappeared, presumed kidnapped, dead, whatever. So Jason is asked to look at this because this manuscript appears to tell the tale of two writers that are friends. One's an up-and-coming writer, one's an established writer, having a beef with each other about a woman, and one trying to frame the other. And they're just wondering how close to the truth this is, because clearly one of the writers is just, an alter ego of Jake Steen. So is this a tale, a fictional tale which copies real life? And thus the case unfolds. And in fact, the construct of this book is that it's a book within a book, because we have the real-time Karen Pirie and her team investigating the potential murder, but also we have to read the book that's been produced by the now dead author, which appears to cover live events. So it's an intriguing tale. Karen Pirie and her team work through the clues they found, and it's an interesting read, and it's a good murder mystery. So that's on one level. As I said, it's quite a clever construct because there's a book within a book. But we also see the difficulties that Karen and her team have working under lockdown and under COVID restrictions. And we also see how the characters, develop during the tale and how they're affected by the pressure of trying to solve a cold case, a historical case under very draconian restrictions. There's an old saying, and he says, checking his notes, making sure he doesn't cock it up: adversity does not build character, it reveals it, by author James Lane Allen. And certainly some of these characters, they are revealed. We look at Karen's relationship with Hamish. We look at Jason, the Mint Murray's relationship with his girlfriend, Ellie. We look at Jason's relationship with his mother, who's taken ill during this book, and his waster of a brother, Ronan. So all those things are drawn out, and it makes it a very interesting read. So, good murder mystery, another great Karen Pirie story. I'd give it 7 out of 10. It's, as I said, 452 pages. Probably read it in a couple of sessions, but I enjoyed it, and I'd recommend it. So that's it for this week's brief book review. 10/10 till we do it again. Thanks for watching.